Hi, how are you? Okay, today we are going to discuss what the central tendency is, and after that we are going to, in this video, how to calculate the mean. But if you want to calculate the median and mode, you have to watch another video. If you want to bring another type of video, you can subscribe this channel. Okay, I am statsenaka. Okay, let's move to this video. Okay, now we can discuss what the central tendency is. Shortly, I discussed this central tendency concept. Actually, what is the central tendency? Okay, for that I'll consider very little example. I consider class A. Marks of class, I consider marks of this class, marks of these students. I think this horizontal axis can be applied with marks, and this vertical axis number of students, that is frequency. And if you draw a smooth curve of this distribution, you can see this type of graph can be seen, and after that you can see this area is very high. This area C somewhere here 100, and if you consider this high area, this is this region, I think this is 50 to 60. What is your idea of this graph? How many students are there? What is your idea of this graph? If you see very carefully, you can see most of students lies on this region. Most of students takes this type of marks. That is, if you ask what is your marks, what is your marks, what is your marks from that students, a lot of time I can hear, yes, my marks 50, 55, 60, 58 likewise. That is, I can understand, I can see, yes, there is a trend of these students. What is that trend? They are always say, my marks is 50, 55, 56, 60. So I can think there is a trend of this class of these marks. If I say another word, you can see this area is the center. This whole distribution is there, and you can see this area is the center. So this behavior can be considered as what? Central tendency. Yes, trend and center. So these two words can be combined. That is called, what is that? Central tendency. Yes, fortunately, if you calculate the mean, median and mode, fortunately, that values of that mean, median, mode, 3 M's, okay? Mean, median, mode, values of mean, median, mode lies on this region. If you calculate mean, if you calculate median, if you calculate mode, we can see most of time values of that three measures lies on this region, central tendency region. That's why mean, what is that? What is the next? Median. What is the next? Mode. These are measures of central tendency. Got it? Yes, I know you get it. Okay, in this video, I am going to discuss how to calculate the x bar. What is that? Namely, mean, or in other word, average, or in other word, expected value. Yes, lot of names are there to express that measures. So that's why x bar, MD, MO. What is the name of these three measures? Mean, median, mode. These are the central tendency measures. Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss only mean. If you want to understand how to calculate the median and mode, yes, another two video you can watch. For that, keep in mind, you have to subscribe this channel. Okay, right. Okay, move to this, how to calculate the mean. If I'm watching a match on the TV, I think player is coming to bat. Then record are displayed. Now we can see average of this player is 43. Then you can understand this player is good or bad. Think this match is a ODI match, one day match. Then average is, if average is 45, yes, this is good batsman. Then you can understand average can be considered to take some conclusion about this player. Then average is the mean. Very simple. How do you calculate the mean? Then how can be calculated this average? Yes, no? Think about that. Yes, the sum of the total marks of that player can be divided by number of minimum. That is the average. Very simple measure. That is the mean. Very simple. Then I will give a very simple example. Okay, let's move to first example. Okay, my first example, look at this. I think I consider very simple example data array. This I think marks of students. These marks of students, that is my variable x values. I think 20, 20, 25, 68, 91, 50 and 52. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I consider this class. I think in this class 6 students are there with these marks. Now I want to find the mean, or in other words, what? Average. I want to find the mean of this 6 students. How do you calculate this one? Yes, you can consider sum of these all values. How do you take it? 20 plus 25 plus 68 plus 91 plus 50 plus 52. Now I consider sum of this all value, and this should be divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many data are there? 6 data. What is the answer? Yes, you can use this type of calculator. Yes, sum of this all values is 306 divided by 6. Yes, 306 divided by 6. What is the answer? 51, 51, 51. So, mean of this marks is what? 51. What is the notation of this mean? X bar, X bar, X bar. Yes, what is the notation of this one? X bar. Right. Now, very simple example. Okay, very easy to calculate this X bar. Okay, now I give a formula for X bar. How do you take this formula? Now I consider there is a variable X. I think values of this X values are, I think X1, X2, X3, dot, 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 up to Xn. Now I am going to find the mean of these X values. Our variable is X. So mean of this X value can be denoted by X bar. Very simple. X bar, how do you take this X bar? Using this example, tell me, how do you calculate this one? How do you take this one? Yes, you can consider sum of these all values. How do you write it? X1 bar plus, X2 bar plus, X3 bar plus, dot, dot, dot plus, Xn. Divide by 1, 2, 3, 2, n. Yes, yes. Divide by n. So now you can this we have some these loan expressions. In Greek alphabetic, we know there is a letter this with this sign. What is this sign? What is this letter? Sigma. Sigma. Yes, in statistics, sigma notation, this sigma sign, this sigma letter can be to use to express sum of these all values. Now we can consider in this numerator, we consider sum of these all values. So sum of this all value can be denoted by sigma. Sigma of which value? X value. So that can be denoted by sigma x. This should be divided by n. If you want a formula for this x bar, you can use this formula. But before introducing this formula, we calculated the mean. What is meant by that? Formula is not essential to calculate the mean. But if you know the concept of the mean, you can calculate the mean. But as a subject, you have to understand even this formula also. Right. This is the first example. Okay, let's move to second example. That is my second example. I'll consider ungroup frequency distribution. Ungroup frequency distribution. What is the ungroup frequency distribution? Okay, I will show using some example. This is my ungroup frequency distribution. This column shows what is that? Marks. What is it? Marks of these students, that is variable, that is x. I think this is number of students. Number of students. What is that? Frequency. That's why I denoted by F. Right. I think marks of these students are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I think this column can be filled with number of students. I think 5 students they are with 10 marks, 80 students there with 20 marks, and this one I think 12, 10 and 5. Okay, then tell me how many students are there in this class? How many students are there that I considered? 5, 8, 12, 10, 5. Yes, sum of these columns, no? Sum of these columns. You know, previously we took sum of x value that can be denoted by how? Sum of x value that can be denoted by sigma x. Now I consider sum of f value that can be denoted by sigma f. Yes, using sigma f value you can find the number of students, that is 5, 8, 12, 10, 5, that is 40 students are there. Now I want to find the mean of this distribution. What is that distribution? What is the type of that distribution? Ungroup frequency distribution. Okay, tell me, how do you find mean of this distribution? Yes, 40 students are there. Then you have to find the total marks. Sum of that marks should be found. How do you find? 5 students are there with 10 marks, no? 5 students there with 10 marks. Then if you want to take sum of this marks of these 5 students, how do you find? You can take 5 into 10, no? So I'll prepare another column 5 into 10. Using this one you can take sum of this 5 students marks. After that 8 into 20. 8 into 20. Then you can take total marks of this 80 students. 12 into 30. Then using this one you can find what? Total marks of this 12 students. Next one 10 into 40. Now you can understand 5 into 50. Very simple. This one 40 now. Right. Okay, help me. Okay, before that, tell me, I prepared this column with what? 5 into 10, 5 into 10, 8 into 20, 8 into 20, 12 into 30, 12 into 30. That is, this column was made using f into x, 5 into 10, 5 into 10. That is f into x. So this column can be named as what? Fx column. Got it? Very easy. Fx column. Okay, now if you consider sum of this column, you can take sum of all marks of these 40 students. Then again I mention you, if you consider x value, sum of x value is sigma x. If you consider f value, sum of f value is sigma f. Now if you consider fx value, sum of fx value can be denoted by sigma fx. Yes, what is the answer? Yes, you can take 5 into 10, you can take it 50, 8 into 20, 160. Likewise, if you calculate this and after that you can consider sum of these values. Yes, that value is 1220. Yes, now we found total marks of these students and number of students are there 40. So you can find now mean of that distribution. Mean, what is the notation of mean? X bar. X bar can be taken considering sum of this total marks of this total students 1220 divided by total number of students of this class is 40. Yes, these two value can be divided, then you can get the answer. What is the answer? Yes, 30.5. Yes, answer is what? 30.5. But if needed another formula for this x bar, yes, you can write this one. Okay, look at this. 1220 as a notation, you can write what? Sigma fx divide by 40 as a notation. What can be written? Sigma f. Okay, then you can write, and the formula for this x bar is, what is that? Sigma fx divided by sigma f. But now don't go to cancel sigma to sigma and f to f. Okay, you can't do that. This formula is, what is that? X bar is equal to sigma fx divided by sigma f. Previously we took x bar is what? Sigma x divided by n. If you use the data array, this simple, just that formula you can use. If you use this kind of ungrouped frequency distribution, This is the formula x bar is what? Sigma fx divided by sigma f. But there is no difference between these two formula in concept. Conceptually, these two formula are the same, but notation are maybe different, but same idea give these two formula. Right, now we can move to last example. What is the last example? Last example is, now previously we discussed how to calculate the mean of data array, and after that we discussed how to calculate the mean of ungroup frequency distribution. Now we can discuss how to calculate the mean of what? Group frequency distribution. What is that? Group frequency distribution. Okay, I'll give an example. This one marks, again I consider marks of students. This is x value of our variable, and this one number of students, that is f value. Okay, I'll give this group frequency distributions 10 to 19, very important group frequency distribution, this one, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. Okay, frequencies of these classes are, I think 5 students are there, 8 students are there, 12 students are there, 10 students are there, 5 students are there. Okay, 5 students are there between these two values 10 to 19. Total number of students are there in this class is 5. 8 students are there within this range. Likewise, you can understand what is the meaning of this. Right. Now tell me how many students are there in this class? How many students are there in this class? Yes, 5 students are there, 8 are there, 12 are there. That is 5, 8, 12, 10, 5. These all value can be added. That is answer is 40. The name of this column you know f. So sum of this f values you can denoted by sigma f. Okay, now you know 40 students are there. Then if you are going to find the mean of these 40 students, you have to find sum of these marks of these 40 students. How do you find the sum of these 40 students? But we don't know exact value of these 5 students, no? We know 5 students are there within this range, but we don't know what is the exact value of these 5 students. For that, you can use another column with mid value. What is the mid value? Yes, you can add these two values. These two limits can be added and divided by 2. These two values can be added and divided by 2. 10 plus 19 divided by 2. What is the answer? 10 plus 19, 29 divided by 2, 14.5. 14.5. Yes, I am preparing another column with mid value. I can denote it what? Using m value, or someone can use x value. Both are the same. X or m. Any notation can be used. After that, the mid value of this class can be taken. 20 plus 29 divided by 2. What is that answer? 24.5. Next one, 34.5, 44.5 and 54.5. Got it? Very easy. Now you can understand 5 students are there with 44.5. Then if you want to find the total marks of these 5 students, you can multiply this value and this value like previous. Okay, you can understand. So again I prepare another column with 5 into 14.5, 8 into 24.5, 12 into 34.5, 10 into 44.5, 5 into 54.5. I prepare another column now. Okay, name this column. How do you name this column? How do you prepare this column? 5 into 14.5, 5 into 14.5, 8 into 24.5, 8 into 24.5. That is, this column weight is made with how? This column into this column, f column into m column. So this can be named as how? Fm column. Now if you consider sum of this value, you can take total marks of this total students. So if you consider sum of this column, yes, if you consider sum of f value, that is sigma f. If you consider sum of fm column, that can be denoted by sigma fm. Yes, what is the answer? Yes, using this calculator, you can find sigma FM, yes, 1400. Yes, you can take this using calculator. Now we can see 1400 is total marks of these students. Then you know x bar mean can be taken. Total marks of this all students is 1400 divided by total number of students in this class is 40. So you can divide these both value. So answer is 35. Yes, x bar is 35. Yes, if you want to write another formula for x bar using this group frequency distribution, again you can write x bar is equal to what? 1400 as a notation, you can write sigma fm divide by 40. What is the 40 as a notation? Sigma f. Yes, another formula can be used to calculate this x bar. X bar is what? Sigma fm divided by sigma f. Oh, very simple. But you know, before introducing this formula, you can calculate the using concept of the mean, this mean. So no need to worry about this formula, but as a subject you have to use this kind of formula. Okay, if I give a summary that we discuss, we can write like this. Yes, first we can discuss data array, then we got formula x bar is what? Sigma x divided by n. After that we used ungroup frequency distribution, then we wrote x bar is what? Sigma fx divided by sigma f. After that finally we discuss with group frequency distribution as a formula. X bar can be written as a formula sigma fm divided by sigma f. Now I think now you know how to clearly calculate this kind of mean. It is the first measures of central tendency. Okay, if you want to understand how to calculate, how to find the median and mode, yes, let's meet on next video. Okay, thank you.